What's a cat going for? Look crazy. They look like little bobcats. Oh,
But I feel like these aren't like.
They got
like
big
pure Mancoons.
Yeah, they're not pure Mancoons.
Yeah.
Normally they're like $6,000.
For sure. I've seen
I
that.
don't care about whether or not it's certified anything. I just want a cool looking cat.
Dude, I seen a lady at like one of the farmers markets or something walking with one on her shoulder. It looked like a little mountain lion. Cause they're big, dude. They're not like little cats. They're fucking huge.
You can take the mic. We'll just start with that. We'll start with like
It's a big. It's a big cat.
Yo.
yeah, cat
Oh, is this
talk.
on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're live.
Oh, yeah.
But that's crazy.
So anyways, I'm trying to get a cat for my wife, dude. Or cat Lilu passed away. So
R.I.P.
yeah, I'm talking to somebody in Escondido. But anyways.
That's crazy. No, like shopping for cats. That's like swiping on the internet. You know, like women. It's the menu, the cat menu. You know what I mean? And like, which cat is the right cat for me?
Oh, I can't wait. All right.
That's exciting.
Yeah, this
Cool.
isn't going to air by tomorrow, right?
Nah.
No.
Oh,
This will be-
it's
you'll
a
have the
surprise?
cat.
Oh,
Surprise
great.
cat?
Yeah, it's a surprise cat.
That's cool. You're gonna let we don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Sick.
Not too soon.
We're at Pop's tattoo shop.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Nah.
Well, thank you for wanting to come to the shop and me having you guys at the shop, but thanks for having me on the show.
Nah,
No,
man.
absolutely. Man.
happy
We're
to
like
be
grateful
here.
to have you, like, to be able to do this.
Is your shop
Yeah.
Yeah.
I opened it like 9 years ago.
your Pops?
No, my dad's Pops.
For real?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then my son, I used to call him Pops.
Your dad tattoo?
No.
Okay, cool.
But
Out of
know,
respect.
just- out of
Yeah,
respect.
cool. For
Everything
dads
he's helped
everywhere.
Out with, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of us been helped by somebody.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
Some of us are lucky
And
enough.
when people are like self-made, I don't really believe it because no matter what, dude, someone always helps you along your journey.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Pops is like a little cooler than like big broing somebody. Like you fathered them. You like
Yeah,
fathering
no.
their style,
For
fathering their whole style. you know
Yeah, I
what
would
mean?
never call myself Pops.
Okay,
but
got yeah.
Like self-tattooed.
Yeah.
But
You don't
also,
got-
I think in like right now, especially, I mean, I don't know, like, there's like the whole like, people have shit against like the older heads or like kind of like, they're like almost afraid to look up to like a father or not many father
Oh,
figures
gotcha.
around.
Anti-authoritarian.
A little anti-authority,
I got
but like,
you.
No dads, no masters.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a fine line, dude. It's a very interesting subject because if you want to get good at something, you got to be able to take guidance from other people, and to be able to do that, you got to, in a way, kind of like almost put yourself in a vulnerable position, as a student. And then so you got to be really careful about who you take on as a mentor or as a teacher.
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody needs a sensei.
So,
Sharpen that sword.
fucking congratulations on Hellbound Boys.
Thanks,
Like,
dude.
bro.
Thanks
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
man.
That
I
was
appreciate you.
Feature-length film.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you get a chance to see it?
We saw it
Yeah.
at
Oh.
Mac SD or
No way.
Museum of Contemporary
Oh my
Art.
goodness!
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, check it out.
I got to show it at a
Yeah.
museum, dude. Like
Really
I
cool.
always wanted to be in that museum.
Yeah.
One day, I never thought it would be by showing a feature film that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
made. Like
Yeah,
that's mind blowing, So
Okay, so we were touching on like not like father figures, but like mentors and stuff. Like, what led you to that spot? Like, who do you look up to in that field? Like what kind of what were you looking up to when you
as
when
far
you
as
made
movies, there's for me it's always like certain movies that have had like a big impact on me.
Yeah.
And so for that one, I was inspired by my cousin Sergio Parker. He wrote and directed his own movie, and he lived at the time in the poorest neighborhood in Tijuana, and he has absolutely zero budget.
Yeah.
Zero budget. He must have spent like $500 total.
Yeah.
And he just had a laptop. He had his own little camera. He has like whatever editing equipment he could get for free.
Yeah.
And he made a full feature, dude.
Yeah.
It's like
What movie he make? Like, what's it
it's
about?
called. It was like a spy thriller.
Sick.
And there's like like someone being human trafficked, and there's like
Yeah.
shootouts and shit.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was the neighborhood? Was it?
I think it's Condesa. I think
Okay.
it's Condesa. I'm not sure, dude. Honestly, I don't want to say, but it's Sergio Parker. That's my cousin, bro.
Okay,
like,
cool.
so I just was really inspired by the fact that it doesn't matter how little money or resources you have. If you really, really want to make it happen, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
And then other movies that are impactful for me were Downtown '81. which is a movie that Jean-Michel Basquiat starred in.
Yeah.
And you could tell it's just like kind of what's it called? A time capsule for that time period for New York. And so I kind of wanted to do a version of that for San Diego, you know? There is a narrative, but you could tell they're all first-time actors or non-actors.
I love it, dude.
And to me, it's so beautiful,
It's the
dude, because
best.
to me, when I look at any type of art, I'm also looking at the process. I'm always trying to think, like, what went into it, what are the actors involved, what's the behind-the-scenes story. And so a movie like Downtown 81, that's a beautiful story to me because, you know, the story behind the movie. Another movie is called Rockers, and it takes place in Jamaica, and it's like kind of like the same shit, you know?
Fire.
It's a time capsule. It's all of these reggae musicians, and they all played their own character, and there's a story, you know, to it, and
There's legends in that movie too. Like that's
There's also like this like kind of
Yeah,
thing to say
bro.
about like chemistry that like exists within like that kind of environment. Like there's like
man.
there's kind of like this thing that you can't really. Well, we touched on it in the last podcast with BB, but it's like that secret third thing or whatever, right?
when
it's like
chaotic elements come together, a new thing happens. Something you couldn't have predicted will come out of like the chaos of like trying to throw shit together.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
100%,
Yeah,
dude. That's how my movie got made, man.
For
like,
sure.
I got so many no's, and every single no led me to another solution. And sometimes that solution, I would have never dreamed of that. You know? So,
that's
That's
special.
cool. Then you gotta be flexible, and then like being flexible helps, and like
that's one of the main things that I learned for
being
sure.
open
you know?
to it. I mean, that's kind of the pirate ethic. Like, you know, I guess you kind of like low key come from, or maybe not low key, but come from like a sort of piratey background, you know. And so like, is that like kind of how you approach making a movie? Is it like guerrilla tactics? You know what I mean?
Totally, man. I mean, we were working with a nonprofit called Options for All, so I was trying to break as little laws as possible.
Got you.
But whenever some of the crew wasn't on set, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you'd have to like not break into, but like trespass and like, you know, do what you got to do to be able to tell the story. You know? Yeah, running gun type shit.
So you're working on some new shit.
I'm working on a new one. So this one's called Cactus Baby. I want a bigger budget, and so
Don't we all?
I'm trying to like, you know, like really try to get financing and all of that. And for the first movie, I didn't want to deal with all that because I know no one's gonna want to make like a movie about graffiti culture because it's such a niche community in a sense, you know.
Sure.
And so it was a very personal movie for me, but I still try to make it write it for a mass audience.
Yeah.
But Cactus Baby, I want a bigger budget, and so I'm trying to figure out ways to like navigate that approach to trying to make a movie.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey man, I need someone to sign the check so I can try to make this movie happen. You know.
You running like same actors, like some recurring faces and stuff.
Almost, it's in its own way. It's kind of like a sequel to Hellhound Boys, but a totally different genre movie, shot on a different type of camera. Obviously, like I'm going for a bigger budget, and so I think it's really a nice story. Like I was saying, like having a movie that was so low budget, and then not even calling the second movie a sequel, but fans. If you become a fan of Cactus Baby, maybe you'll be interested in finding out the backstory of some of these characters, and you'll watch my first movie, Hellhound Boys.
No shit.
Very cool. So it would lead you down that path. I touched a little bit on writing process. Like, what is like the writing process look like for you? Like, what kind of like environment are you putting yourself into when you're like getting down and like starting to like create a story? Is like what kind of music you're listening to, or like what's going on
for
there?
me, it's like once I get in the routine of trying to write the screenplay for Cactus Baby, I would every morning start around 9 a.m. or whatever and work till 11 a.m. And to me, it's not about how long you write, but creating that like that rhythm in your schedule.
Okay.
And you just chip away at it, And so I wrote the first draft already, and I followed like a loose sketch of how I wanted the story to be written, the beats, but then as I started writing it, I didn't pay attention to that, and so it was kind of like, as far as the structure goes, a little bit too loose.
Okay.
And so right now I'm in the process of doing a rewrite, because I was fortunate enough to get some notes from a buddy of mine that's a producer, Brent, and he was like, dude, you gotta basically go back and change some of the structure, you know. And so now you can't let ego get involved. And if someone's a badass that knows what they're doing and they tell you change this, this, and that,
That's right.
then I might as well do it, you know.
That's like mentorship.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
So that's where I'm at right now. I'm doing a rewrite. Hopefully, I should have that done the next couple months.
Cool.
And then after that, I'm gonna try to like just look for whatever resources I have to get in the position where I could pitch it to producers or ideally a studio, even, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a visual artist. You know, illustration, murals, painting, all this stuff. Does that translate into how you create an image on a camera and a screen? Or you set stuff up? And also, we were wondering, do you storyboard? And are you storyboarding in like your tattoo style?
Yeah,
I was like, are you
Sergio style?
illustrating your treatments? Like,
'Cause I'm trying to
that's kind of
see
stuff.
that.
Be
Yeah,
sick.
I do. Okay, so I have been storyboarding. I started storyboarding the first draft that I have, but I think as soon as I finish the second draft, I'm gonna storyboard that one as well.
For sure.
But for the first version that I have of the script, I storyboarded about half of it, and it is very similar to my drawings and cartoons.
That's
and
merch
stuff.
right there. That's a book.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you could drop that,
Ideally,
yeah.
worst case scenario,
Yeah.
if I don't get the movie made,
Yeah.
I'm gonna publish the whole movie storyboarding.
Got
Like,
you.
no matter what, there's always something you can do. If you have like the biggest dream, every day there's something you can do to achieve that dream, you know? So for me, it's like, okay, I'm trying to make this, you know, $1 million movie, but I can still chip away at it. A worst case scenario, I storyboard the whole fucking movie, and then still no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Well, now I could color every single one of those pictures. That doesn't
Yeah.
cost me nothing.
Yeah.
And then after that, I could write it all out, and now I have a storyboarded, basically a graphic novel.
For real.
And now I have a finished product, and now I could publish it, and then in one way or another, I got to the finish line.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen some behind the scenes. There's like a miniature set with like some smoke machine stuff going on.
Yeah,
What's up? Is
yeah,
it like
yeah.
a claymation sort of vibe? What's going on there?
We're gonna try to have like some miniatures involved,
Yeah.
and we're gonna superimpose actors walking
Oh,
through there or
fucking
something like
sick.
that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
yeah.
And so what that was for is I filmed a short promo.
Are they on drugs? Is it a
using
drug
the type
scene?
of using the type of camera that we're going to be shooting the movie with.
Yeah.
And I was able to convince my buddy Lucas. He's a great cinematographer out in Denver to basically invest in him coming out here filming this, and now he's editing it.
Cool.
And so I got to honor my word. If the movie does get signed, he's going to be the cinematographer and he's going to be the camera dude behind
That's what's
behind
up.
it. Yeah.
Dope.
Lucas.
But
Denver.
you know, that's him putting his effort into like being a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the hardest part is trying to find people that believe in you and like that are down to like be a part of it. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And when you find those people, like,
You
know,
gotta respect
like,
it, dude.
that.
Yeah, because they're the first ones that co-sign what you're trying to do. You know? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love seeing like early work from directors, and you see like the first couple movies they put out, and it's like they use, or like any director that like likes their actors, and you get to see like how they repurpose them and sort of like
love that
use them
too,
like
dude.
it is like a scene, and it also like creates almost like parallel universes. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. Like Wes
Yeah.
Anderson did that
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
a bit, you know, and
It's
obviously
cool.
like, you know, Quentin Tarantino
Quentin,
uses
yeah,
Samuel
it's
Jackson
obvious.
and yeah, dude, to me, Paul Thomas Anderson's one of my favorites, dude. Like, I don't know, he's
Cool.
fucking a genius.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
But
Can-
yeah, I'm excited, man. I mean, it's a big dream and nothing's guaranteed, but you know, like I said, I'm gonna keep working on Cactus Baby until
Cactus
I
Baby.
get to the finish line, whatever that means.
What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say like the inspiration behind the name Cactus Baby. Is it like a
Well,
like
cactus-
a nopal, like
Yeah, exactly.
No problem.
So
Whatever.
when you're in Mexico or in some Mexican culture, some part of Mexican culture, when you say tienes un nopal en la frente, it means you have a cactus on your forehead. And so what that means is that you're hella Mexican. And sometimes you don't even realize it. And you're like, oh, do I look Mexican? And they're like, dude, you have a cactus on your
Gotcha.
forehead, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's how Mexican you are.
Yeah.
And so Cactus Baby is in a way a reference to that. Like this is the most like Mexican little character ever, you know, but
That's
it's
good.
the demonized version of it. And so it's like how a lot of people when they see like let's say like a cholo looking kid walking in the neighborhood or something, they get freaked out, or how people sometimes are afraid of like illegal immigrants, or the group of Edgars, or people's fears about the new immigrant is like there's a broad range of fears attached to immigration. And so I'm not, it's not heavy-handed on trying to spread a specific message or anything, but there's always some subtext to the movie because I want the movie to be enjoyable for everybody. I don't want people coming in there and like, oh, this guy has something important to say about the immigration issue happening. No, dude, we're here to have fun. We're here to laugh and fall in love with these characters and follow these characters' journeys.
Yeah. What's your journey been like as someone that maybe potentially has been like.
Been a cactus baby?
You're a cactus baby.
Yeah. Well, I've been a cactus baby, dude, because I remember the first time I was in Coronado, the first time someone called me a beaner, that was like pretty painful, Like I didn't even know what that means, but I seen my uncle like be so fucking pissed, dude. Like, why would you call us that, And the dude said like, my dad's a lawyer. Go ahead and hit me. You guys will end up all in jail, shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
Or when I was younger, people following you in stores, or I don't know, just people. You walk into a room and then you have to feel like you got to overcompensate sometimes because of your appearance,
Sure.
And so that's always like a weird feeling, but whatever, dude. I ain't tripping on nobody.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's, for the most part, everyone's super cool, and if they treat you different, it comes from a place of fear, and so it's not a place of like violence or anger. 99% of the time, it's not violence or anger, it's just fear. And so I always try to be empathetic towards these people because there's things I'm afraid of too, and so I never like try to be like aggravated by someone treating me bad or anything like that. What they used to call it microaggressions a couple years ago. Like I don't give a fuck about any of that, dude. Like I just try to be cool with everybody.
I mean, it's cool when you got like the like emotional technology or like whatever the experience to like deprogram that situation when it happens and be like, it's interesting and cool like when you have that experience, like how quickly you can like kind of flip that situation a lot of the time.
Easy.
Like that when you know that like it's coming from that place.
Yeah.
You can be like, I know what this is, and like let's do. How about this route?
It's all
and
good.
Then like you can like make friends real quick. Like
Exactly,
it's kind of funny,
bro. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so cool, and it's always like my funnest thing is winning people over.
Cool.
Like if I don't know if someone feels a certain way about me, and then I talk to them, or they come into the tattoo shop and they're like. They're scared because this is their first tattoo or whatever the case. My biggest joy is making them feel happy and feel like at ease and welcome in the environment that I'm in,
Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Can you give us a little bit about like what like plot the new thing? What's
Cactus
going on?
Baby revolves around a woman trying to cross into the United States, and she's walking through the desert and she sees the border so close. But she's pregnant, and then she gives birth to a cactus monster.
Goddamn.
And so that's how one of the second sequence in the movie, Cool. And she gives birth. She dies in birth. So imagine a poor woman trying to give birth to a cactus monster,
Yikes.
So she dies in birth, and then the cactus monster, the cactus baby, walks his way across the border into the U.S. and starts murking fools.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and there's like, it's also like a rom-com because the main character is a girl that goes out to the desert to find her homegirl, which is a girl that dies,
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a spoiler because that's how the movie starts.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice, man. That's great.
That's good. Yeah, in Hellbound Boys, there's like a good balance between like there's romance there, but then there's like action, and there's like sort of there's even like the tension of like religion and stuff like that. Like that's all there. It's like pretty well rounded. It's like it's there's like a depth.
Thank you so much for saying that, dude. Yeah, I try to like. When I was writing it, I'm like, okay, what do you want to be able to feel like you were able to say as a filmmaker, but with still being entertaining and not trying to, so the audience doesn't feel like this is about you receiving a specific message. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain themes in there, and especially when you're dealing with spirituality or religion, it's really hard to navigate that without sounding like this guy's being preachy in a sense, you know, like whether you're pro or against religion. It was nothing. It was none of that. It's kind of trying to show both sides. I think that's important. Anytime you're trying to like tell a story, is to like, trying to show both sides of the argument. Obviously,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you think that like instinct comes from maybe because I been familiar with like your work, but I also know like you used to rap a little bit, like writing raps and stuff like that. Does that kind of like come from like, does some of that instinct come from there?
I think it came from me growing up religious, and when you grow up religious, you end up being following certain dogmas, and then you create your own doctrines and all of these things, and you're so committed to these ideas, you know, and that comes for like, when you're like in your late teens, early 20s, I feel like a lot of people are very dogmatic. You're like, well, this is a way, or this is the best music, and that's it, or this is the only type of movies that are the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, growing up like that, at some point in my life, I started like questioning my own beliefs or my own tastes and all these things. And so, I never want to fall into like painting my own ideas and painting myself into a box.
Okay.
So, my whole goal has always been trying to keep an open mind. At some point, you know, I decided that like, that I always have to question my own belief system, you know?
It's good. More questions than answers. I worked with a dude, and he said he does this thing where, like, he'll check in with himself every once in a while, and, like, he'll do this, like, exercise where he's like, if it's regarding one certain thing, I'll be like, well, how do I feel about this? Like, what do I believe about this thing? And he'll say, why do I believe that? And then he'll, like, come back a step. And I'll say, okay, why do I believe that? And then go back a step and, like, do this, like, as far as you can go.
There's like this one other theory. It's like the 5 whys.
Okay.
It's like you like ask yourself why to the thing, and then 5 times, and then kind of like by the 5th one, you kind of start like to have like a better understanding on kind of like where all these things are stemming from. And it's like, like the peeling back the onion type.
For sure.
Layers.
So
that's what I wanted Hellhound Boys to be, basically. You know, is like this character starting to basically decide he wants to go his own route, and you know, but I don't know. It was fun
to watch.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was super fun to watch. We were really excited to go see it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then when we got there, it was just
The most surreal thing was being in a theater or being in a space where they're showing it, and with an audience, you know, because nowadays, if you have a full feature, you're asking the audience to invest an hour and a half to 2 hours of their busy day and their life, and to have people sit there, watch the movie, and react and laugh. And there was some sentimental scenes where I heard people like get a little emotional, dude. Like that is like the most unbelievable. Like I felt like I was on like acid to the highest degree, dude. It was like so powerful to me. You know?
To have people like in a space like sharing the thing together is sort of like part of the like what we're doing Unpop Fest for is like there's a lot of people making cool shit, and like short films is like really accessible. A lot of people can make that, and but you could put it on the internet, and I've like described it as like that's like shooting like a gun into space. You know, it's just like it just goes out, and then it's like there among like millions of stars, you know. But if we could like bring it all into this place, and we could all go into this theater together, it like creates some like grounding for it. But it also like, I mean, putting it on the big screen is also like that's
awesome, man.
That's
so exciting, dude. And it's like I think you get the most out of a viewing experience that way. And as an artist, you get the most out of your art when you have an audience that sees your work in that way. You know?
Exactly.
Like,
It's almost like that instant feedback, like, or you know, well, like you throw something on like Instagram, a short or something, and then like the only thing you have to go off of is like a like or a heart or whatever, right? And then
fire
like
emoji,
you know, you throw it like
line.
there's so many other like emotions that go into like these things that like you can only really like if you can only witness if you're in person, like you know, like you said, like how do you put a like on like a sentimental part of a piece?
Totally,
you know what I mean? You don't really get that full like satisfaction, you know?
Like that's it.
Yeah,
like,
it's like like the other day it was like on Instagram I seen somebody post like a photo of like, oh, my dad just passed away, right? And
what
it's
do you
like,
do?
and then so like then like but then people are like liking it, right? But then it's like that's your way of expressing.
I know,
like
dude,
it's like such a mind fuck. You know
I know,
what I mean?
man. Yeah, and I love Instagram. I love social media.
Yeah. Same.
Sometimes I'm on it too often and I get bummed out with myself, but that's nothing against Instagram. It's just that's my issue, you know. User. But there's nothing better than like a shared experience, and that's a total unique experience compared to like seeing something on social media, obviously, you know. And yeah, so it's really cool that you guys are putting together an event where people get to come together and share an experience like that, because one person laughs and it makes 2 other people laugh, you know?
It's my theory about mosh pits. It's like there'll be a band playing, like it's going hard, and everyone's standing there. And it takes one person to push, and then that like everybody's like, oh, we're doing this. Like everybody's been waiting. Like it just takes one person to like, break that little
and
wall.
And it's a story in itself, you know, because like who was the first person to do it? Who's going the hardest? You know, it's like it's sick, dude.
Yeah, I started that pit.
That's right, dude. I love that.
Did you see that front flip? Yeah, that's because it all happened after that front flip.
Yeah, man.
That's right. So yeah, let's line up a screening, huh? Should we do that?
Dude, I would love that. Yeah, but
Hellhound Boys.
Yeah, for Hellhound Boys. Also, I'm doing the teaser trailer for Cactus Baby, and that's going to be 3 minutes long.
Oh, bro, that's
and so maybe
absolutely
I could debut it with you guys if it's done.
If it's done, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't know, something that way it's not like a 2-hour movie taking time out of your. But you were saying you were considering having other venues or something like that?
Well, like if we were to play your feature film, it would be like a separate event than the film fest. It would be like kind of like an event leading up to the film fest.
Yeah.
Like,
nice.
Like, as part of like Unpop, we want to like put you on to some other stuff that's a little longer format.
That's cool,
because like wouldn't like something that like a feature film of that length probably wouldn't like, you know, we wouldn't show it at the film fest just for the sake of like the short film fest.
Yeah, this is going to be the 3rd year you guys do it?
Fourth.
Oh, 4th year.
Yeah.
Cool.
Time flies, bro.
Yeah, and it's you guys are the founders of it, or
yeah,
nice, dude. Congrats on that, man. 4 years in a row.
By now you think we'd be a fucking nonprofit or something, right? Getting some fucking money or something.
Like a fancy.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, no, it's still just us forgetting the SD card, you know, like whatever it is. Yeah,
that's sweet. Yeah, just bringing your friends and building support little by little, and
like friends, people you never met before. A lot of times, like we're meeting new people every year. And it's like that's like kind of the beauty of it. It's just like it's starting to feel like a little community.
Yeah, and you feel that the first year that you guys did it, it was a little bit harder than trying to explain people the idea or the concept behind it?
The thing that's been cool about these projects is like I approach it from like I'm looking at the city and scenes. Like I've been involved in like whatever art, music, all this shit, and like living here for long enough where like I'm looking at the city from like a bird's eye view, and I'm like, where's there like a lack? Like where can I like plug something in where it feels like something could happen? And so that's what I did for this project. And immediately, like I know that I'm doing good when people are like, we need this, like the city needs this. And so like the reaction was kind of like that, like right away. And especially like after the first experience, people are like, this was like better than they expected. And shit.
That is so cool.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
And it's just like keeping it like, I mean, the thing about it just being us and like being sloppy, like recording whatever the fuck we do is like that like sets a tone. It makes it like approachable. People who are doing like first time stuff, like amateur stuff, it like creates this place where they're able to enter, but then grow. And then like through the fest and community, people are making connections and like, I don't know. But it's received really well. And like, and same with the, like we produce like a monthly like art newspaper called The Perfect Healthy, and that's like free and it's just getting distributed around. It's the same format. It's like open submission. People send us like writing, photography, illustration. Same thing. Like people are like, "Oh, the city needs this."
I'm like, out of the loop, bro. I mean, I started doing a little bit more research when you reached out to me, and I'm like really excited, man.
No doubt. Yeah,
I'm stoked on that, man.
Yeah.
And are you guys doing actual print for the?
Newsprint.
Like a single fold newspaper.
It's like newspaper style. People are like, the smell. They like the smell of the newspaper. Because, like, you know, just trying to bring it back. Like,
the noise.
Let's get off the phone.
That's the noise is part of it. It's like all those, like, little elements that, like, kind of, like...
And you see a dude sitting outside a coffee shop, like, with that thing.
It looks way cooler, man.
Fucking badass.
It's like people are vaping now, but smoking cigarettes looks way cooler. No one should smoke. But if you're going to...
I was going to add that. He's there with the cigarette. Yeah, absolutely. That's right. Yeah. And I'm in the office with my feet on the desk. I'm smoking a cigar, like Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Cool,
the guy, I'm like, I need pictures of Spider-Man.
Back at 100%, man.
Cool.
That's sick.
Well, sick, bro. Thank you for letting us hang out.
Thank you for having me, dude.
We're excited for your old shit. We're excited for your new shit.
I appreciate that. Yeah, check out Hellhound Boys on YouTube, and fingers crossed, if I keep working hard, we'll be able to see Cactus Baby
Absolutely,
on
man.
the screen one day.
We look forward to it, man. Thanks again.
Thanks so
For
much,
sure, man.
man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Cool.
Thank you.